You know, I have to say something really quick because I think one of the biggest members of the show is not on the air, and she's sitting in the back of the room crying right now. Producer Tracey,
come on over.
is making me cry right now because I'm watching her in the back of the room crying.
Jen has learned if you see tears, you put them on the radio. You've learned well.
I just think Tracey's one of the biggest members of the show, but everybody doesn't hear her. So.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but 10 years ago, I started on the show as an intern. And I didn't know who Bert was, and I didn't know who Jeff was, and I didn't even know who Lindsay was. But I was a listener of the Morning X. And every day I came in here for months, starstruck to work with you. And I really want to say that I feel like over the past 10 years, I've looked to you as being the most down-to-earth, the most real, the person that was the most authentic to who they were. Of all of us, you weren't, I'm not just talking about the gay thing because we've been talking about that a lot. You weren't afraid to be a homebody. Like, I'm a homebody, and I was made fun of by everybody in this room for being such a homebody, and I was okay with that because you were too. You weren't afraid to be a dork and a sci-fi geek. You were the most authentic person to me, and the person I was the biggest fan of everybody in this room, and I'm going to miss you so much.
I mean, am I saying what I'm going to say to everybody? Let me go ahead and say this. To Tracey, I am so incredibly proud of you. Those words mean so much to me. Because, again, and Katie makes fun of me all the time because I really don't feel, I guess, as everybody's portraying me to be. I appreciate it. I feel I'm just Melissa. I'm the same scared little insecure girl I've always been and just doing the best I can. But for Tracey, I met her as an intern, like she said. She's our first intern. And the woman she has evolved into and become, we already saw it because that's why we brought her on. And she's the first, new staff member we hired after the show was put together. And she's become the backbone of this show. Mm-hmm. And from her involvement from an intern to being a producer, to being a wife, to being a mother, just watching you grow has been a privilege because I think you are fantastic. And I think that Scott is incredibly lucky to have you as his wife, and Ella is incredibly lucky to have you as her mother. But more than that, you are an incredible woman as Tracey, and I really am proud of you. And it's been an honor to watch you grow.
Well, I'm going to miss you.
Well, I'm going to miss everybody.